Well, hello. You're probably wondering where I am. Well, first of all, welcome to the East Central vlog. Remember, it's a video log. But here I am in my office filled with boxes. It's quite a mess. But we're only a few days away from our move. In fact, we'll be moving this coming Sunday. And the next time that we have a video log, I will be in my new office or somewhere else. Who knows? But we have boxes everywhere. All kinds of boxes filled with books, filled with papers, filled with little trinkets. Of course, I don't go anywhere without my Dallas Cowboys coffee mug. But going through all of these boxes has been very instructive, because it's helped me to see just how much material one can actually amass. Now, this is just my office. Can you imagine an entire household with 4 of us? I have to say that I have probably more in this office than the rest of the household. It seems like that case. But as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I was reading an article that said that when you are moving, the best thing to do is have 3 separate boxes as you're packing. In one box, you place the things that you want to keep. That would be those things that enrich you, those things that have some memory of value, those things that you really enjoy having around. In another box, you would place things you like to give away, or sell on eBay, or take to a thrift store, or something of that nature. And in a third box, you would place those things you like to throw away because they have no value at all. And I've been doing quite a bit of that. I've actually kept some things. For example, as I'm going through all my boxes, there are things that have been important to me, important to my life, those things that have enriched me. For example, this probably doesn't look much to you, but it's an old Brownie Camera. It is a Brownie Hawkeye. Very interesting sort of camera. This is one of the very few things that I possess that was actually owned and used by my physical father. He died when I was 5 years old, and so I remember, as a young boy, before I was, older, I guess, I remember as a 5-year-old kid or younger, him using this. I could still see him snapping a picture of that. So I have something like that. I have cards that people have given me, which are very important to me. I've got, of course, my books, like my Greek book, things of that nature. But then, this is wonderful. These are all old booklets. One of my favorite ones that we used to have, with the Worldwide Church of God, A World Held Captive. I love that cover. With the world, and then, of course, the closing of that. Why You Were Born, Does God Exist? All of these I keep. Never before understood why humanity cannot solve its evils. Which day is the Christian Sabbath? World peace, how will it come? Just what do you mean conversion? 7 laws of success. We're going to spend some time with this on the upcoming year for the Vision Leadership Club. Principles of healthful living, military service and war, human nature, did God create it? And my personal favorite, hippies, hypocrisy and happiness. It's actually a very interesting little booklet. I like keeping it around. And yes, the church did publish that. Now, all these things I'm going to keep. Of course, there's a lot of things I'll give away. But it made me wonder, as I'm going through all this material, what are those things in our mind that we allow to clutter there? What are those things that we allow to dwell upon that really shouldn't be there? Perhaps this would be a useful exercise to do in our heads, wouldn't it? To take 3 boxes. What are those things that enrich us, that encourage us, that uplift us, that build us up? Keep those things. What about those things to give away? What feelings, what emotions do we have that we can give to other people? And then a third box, what about those things to throw away? Just to disregard the negative feelings, the negative emotions, those things that drag us down. There's some things there that even the physical action of moving can actually do to help us to see what we ought to do in our heads and in our lives. There's nothing more chaotic than a move. I'm looking forward to getting to our new place. I hope to see some of you or tonight at the Bible study on Ventrilo. If not, we'll see you next week for the East Central blog. Goodbye. Time to keep packing.